Hi everyone! I'm Ina Salazar and my passion is teaching and reading.
Nanggaling ang concept ng love education nung may napanood ako na docu na nagpapakita ng mga bata na tumatawid ng bundok at ng ilog para lang makapag-aral. After watching the video, it hit me and I kept on thinking about it. Filipino kids should not experience that, and I should not be sitting around doing nothing. I told my close friends about it and we thought of stepping forward. Love Education aspired to be a community of volunteers who selflessly give a part of themselves to others. We have projects in Laguna, in Aita community in Pampanga, with the children of coconut farmers in Quezon Province, and patients in Baguio General Hospitals. We give out books and school supplies as a reminder that someone believes and loves them, that they can dream, aspire, and become. We want people to discover that they too can be part of this community and they can start their own charitable causes.
Ready for another fun Saturday this third week of November? Yes, we knew you'd want more. So Little Miss Anne is back. She's going to teach us on raising happier and smarter kids through music this November 19. Scan the code to register. For more details, check out Love Education Philippines, Reading Buddies Baguio, or join our Boredom Buster community group on Facebook.
Things that you want to try, figure out what you love to do. Gotta stay true to the groove you choose. Maybe it's the groove that you choose is you. Either way, don't be afraid to love what you like, alright? 'Cause there are many ways to do things. There isn't just one way to do things. So many different ways to do things. You can find your own way.
You don't have to play an instrument to sing. You don't have to wear a leotard to dance. You don't have to be a girl to like pink. You don't have to be a boy to be strong. 'Cause there are many ways to do things. There isn't just one way to do things. So many different ways to do things. You can find your own way. You can find everywhere you go, cities, towns, different countries, people all over the world, they love rice, and so do I. Morning, day, or night, it's always right. Morning, day, or night, I like rice. Morning, day, or night, it's always right. Morning, day, or night, I like rice. My friend Fred, he likes his bread. My friend Sia, she likes tortillas. Then there's Lau, who likes her bow. And what about Shasta, who likes her pasta? Then there's me, who likes to eat. Then there's me, who likes to eat. Then there's me, who likes to eat. Morning, day, or night, it's always right. Morning, day, or night, I like rice. Morning, day, or night, it's always right.
Mañana, día o noche con un hambre feroz. Mañana, día o noche me gusta el arroz. Mañana, día o noche con un hambre feroz. Mañana, día o noche me gusta el arroz.
There's basmati,
Arroz con pollo,
forbidden rice,
sushi,
chaparrado,
paella,
muchadara,
horchata,
chola,
Mochi.
arroz con leche.
jambalaya. There's so many different types of rice.
I can't get enough.
I like rice. I like rice. I like rice. I like rice. Everybody's happy to see you here. Everybody's happy to see you there. Everybody, 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 everywhere. Is it 'cause of your heart? Is it 'cause of your brain? Is it 'cause of your smile? Is it 'cause of your like the sun is big and so is the shine. Even bigger than the sunshine. Yeah, even bigger than the sunshine. Sometimes the parts are greater than the whole. Sometimes the parts are bigger than the whole. Just like your heart is bigger than you. Just like your heart is bigger than you. Is it 'cause of your might? Is it 'cause of your mind? Is it 'cause of your fight? Is it 'cause of your like you got life and you got style? You got a little and you got a whole lot of, whole lot of, whole lot of, whole lot of,
Hi everyone, I'm Ina Salazar and my passion is teaching and reading.
Nanggaling ang concept ng love education nung may napanood ako na docu na nagpapakita ng mga bata na tumatawid ng bundok at ng ilog para lang makapag-aral. After watching the video, it hit me and I kept on thinking about it. Filipino kids should not experience that, and I should not be sitting around doing nothing. I told my close friends about it and we thought of stepping forward. Love Education aspired to be a community of volunteers who selflessly give a part of themselves to others. We have projects in Laguna, in Aita community in Pampanga, with the children of coconut farmers in Quezon Province, and patients in Baguio General Hospitals. We give out books and school supplies as a reminder that someone believes and loves them, that they can dream, aspire, and become. We want people to discover that they too can be part of this community and they can start their own charitable causes.
Ready for another fun Saturday this third week of November? Yes, we knew you'd want more. So Little Miss Ant is back. She's going to teach us on raising happier and smarter kids through music this November 19th. Scan the code to register. For more details, check out Love Education Philippines, Reading Buddies Baguio, or join our Boredom Buster community group on Facebook.
is a very witty ditty, a very witty ditty about a itty bitty city. Sometimes it gets very, very gritty, but mostly it feels very, very pretty. And it makes me feel so giddy in my itty bitty bitty city. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Hey, hello, lovely Saturday morning, everyone. Welcome back to the third run of Boredom Busters 2022. Are you ready for today's music workshop? So if you are, please make sure to show us your lovely and handsome faces by keeping your cameras on and your microphones on mute so that we can have a very seamless music workshop dedicated just for you. I am Kana and welcome to Boredom Busters 2022. Like you, we also enjoy taking time getting lost in music, which is what we are going to do this fine morning. Again, welcome to Boredom Busters 2022, finding you in music and bibliotherapy. So we are joined with our ever supportive love education team who is now waving at you and showing themselves. There we go. All right. So they have made such amazing things come to life with this workshop series. So please help me send them love by keep clicking on your heart reactions. Okay. Alrighty. So let me call on Miss Ina to give us the introduction for Love Education.
Hi everyone. Good morning. If you can't hear me, can you give me your biggest smile? Can I see your biggest smile if you can hear me well? And if you can turn on your camera so that I can see you, please do. Hi, is that Lucy? Hi, Lucy. Is that, oh, hello everyone. I'm really glad that you are here with us this morning. And oh, hi Asher. Hi, Zikri. Now, as you know, we have amazing people in love education, and I think I need your help this morning. Can you make a big heart so that the people in love ed can see you? Big heart, everyone. Can you see a big heart? Wow! Thank you, thank you. Okay, a big heart. Okay, and then you send it to the camera. A big heart and send it to the camera. All right. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning. But can I have a question for you? Who here likes to sing? Raise your hand if you like to sing. Oh, me too. I love singing. When I grew up, I wanted to be a Disney princess. So I sing and sing and sing. Now, we will be using that music so that we can find ourselves and we can enjoy this morning's activity. We invited Little Miss Anne to bring us lots of smile and lots of learning. So if you're here, call on other friends and tell them that they will be listening to fun music this morning. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us, and I hope we have fun this morning. Back to you, Kana.
Right, thank you very much for that, Miss Ina. Alrighty, so I will, yeah, so Love Education Philippines has been committed to spreading love through teaching and reading. 10 years after its founding, we continue bringing more people with the same hearts and more books and sunshine to you, the community we serve. So last week, Miss Ina gave a glimpse already of what Love Ed was last week, I believe. Yes, okay. So, in celebration of this year's National Children's Month, Boredom Busters is dedicated to the young hearts who are essential building blocks of our nation. So, it will serve as a reminder that every child deserves education, nurturing, and the best of everything. The celebration will open with a virtual concert for kids today, followed by a series of workshops that will revolve around music and literature. The music workshop will educate parents and professionals on how to help children learn through music. The bibliotherapy workshops are geared toward helping young hearts and those young at heart in developing empathic understanding and enhancing self awareness. Alrighty, so I think everyone's so excited now to witness this workshop. So yes, let we will be showing you the flow of today's workshop. Right, so we have here the program overview. Alrighty, and for a smooth sailing workshop, we have to follow some house rules. Okay, so number one is mute your mic and open your cam. So please keep your microphones on mute at all times. You can find the mute button on the lower left corner of your Zoom screen. However, we encourage you to open your camera because nothing is better than seeing each other, right? And number two, don't be shy. We encourage everyone to interact with our invited speakers and boredom buster people. So you may maximize your learning experience by asking questions and reacting to our speakers and co-participants using the chat box. Alrighty? And number 3, hands, hearts, and minds on. So lastly, Boredom Busters team encourages everyone to put all their love into everything we are going to do today. May it be a craft done by your hands, thoughts to the words we speak, and the learning we engrave inside our minds. Okay, so we'll proceed to the highlight of our event for today. I know a lot of you are psyched and prepared and filled with a lot of energy for this workshop. Are you ready? Because if so, please type super ready in the chat box. Okay, so let's wait for the super ready. So everybody type your super ready there, like, all right, there, I'm seeing super ready already. Super duper ready. Okay, coming. Let's wait for everyone to say super ready. All right, so I guess that's a good number already. So without further ado, let me introduce our invited artist for today. All right. So we have here Little Miss Anne is a touring musician in the United States of America. She has made 7 award-winning albums. She's also a former Chicago public school teacher, an instructor at Chicago's iconic Old Town School of Folk Music, a mom, and a first-generation Filipina American. Little Miss Anne is also an activist who has worked to uplift and inspire voices from marginalized communities in kids' music for several years. She's a governor for the Chicago chapter of the Recording Academy Grammys and is on the board of the Children's Music Network. Friends, let's welcome Little Miss Anne.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Good to see you all. Let me see. Hi. Thanks so much for coming tonight. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about music and music in the home and in the classroom and the benefits of music. We're going to do some singing, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experiences. And I'm going to use some pictures. It's not going to be as pretty as Love Ed. They have some great graphics and beautiful design, but I'm going to share my knowledge that I've been doing for the last over 20 years. So here we go. Let me just get that ready. Sorry. All right. Okay, we're going to share this. You see that okay? All right. So we're going to learn about raising happier and smarter kids through music. Music is so powerful. It is so powerful. And there's a lot of things that happen, and it's good for your mind and education. And it's good for your social, emotional being. That means it makes you happier, and it's good for your body as well. And I'll talk a little bit about that. Okay. We're going to start with a song we're going to do together. Okay. So I'll come back to that. But everybody, this is the song. This is like, they call it an icebreaker, and it's a good song to do with kids, but it's also a good song to do if you're a teacher and you have the grownups are there and you want to, break the ice. This is a good song. So we're going to do this together. Okay. I'm going to look at you in gallery so I can see everybody. So if you want to open up your camera so I can show you this great song, you don't have to play an instrument or anything. So this is Bim. This is Bom. And then Biddy is when you pat your knee. Okay. So let me make sure you got that. This is Bim. Nice. This is Bom. And this is Biddy. Okay. Takes memory. All right. Here we go. Bim, bum, bim, bum, bitty, bitty, bum, bitty, bum, bitty, bitty, bum, bim, bum. Don't give up. I'll go slower if you need it. Don't give up. Here we go. Bim, bum, bim, bum, bitty, bitty, bum, bitty, bum, bitty, bitty, bum, bim, bum. If you want to go fast, you can go fast like this. Bim, bum, bitty, bitty, bum, bitty, bitty, bum, bim, bum. But we're going to, it's a good sign to learn because it's really good for memory and all that. You did a really good job. You all have such good memories. You remembered that and you're watching and you're using your listening skills. So these music, when you learn music, you're learning to use your listening skills. But we'll talk more about that, everybody. We'll talk more about that. Okay, here we go. All right. They already talked a little bit about me, but I'm just going to share a few pictures just so I can just share a little bit more about me. As they said that I've been doing music for over 16 years as a kids musician, family musician, and family music here in the US is very popular. I don't know if it's popular in the Philippines or if they have kids music there as much as it is here. It's out of control here. It's really, out of control in a good way. But there's a lot of kids music here. We have stations that play whole radio shows and things like that. But anyway, I've been doing it for a long time. I'm a former special education teacher, and I have my master's in special education that I got from the University of Illinois in Chicago, because I live in Chicago, a very cold place to be right now. You are very lucky to be where you're at because it's so cold. There's snow on the ground here. Can you believe it? There's snow. All right, so they already talked a little bit about me, but I'm just going to share a few more. As I said, I have 7 family music albums. You can find them on Spotify and YouTube and all that stuff. And they were playing, Love Ed was kind enough to play my last EP, which is called Welcome Spring. And I know our seasons are very different here. Here in the US, we have winter, summer, spring, and fall, okay? And this funny thing is when I released this in the spring, 6 months later, I released this in Australia because they have their spring 6 months later. It was something that I learned, something new. So anyway, I've gotten lots of awards from my music, National Parenting Award. I got one that was soon earlier than the 2018 Parents' Choice Silver Award and some other things. I play all over the US at schools and libraries. All those kids listening, and I play it to lots of different kids throughout the country. I play at festivals, sometimes all kids music, sometimes with a full band. There's a big festival here called Lollapalooza that I played at last summer and played with the full band. I played in Nashville, I played in Austin, and first generation Filipino American. This is something that maybe it might not be something people really use there, but for me, it means that my parents were born in the Philippines and they immigrated before I was born. So I'm the first generation Filipino American for my family on both sides. So that's what that means. I started doing kids music when my daughter was very young. She was only 3 years old. That's her when she was little. And now this is her. Well, she was 17 here. She's 21 now, but so I've been doing it for a long time. And as I mentioned, I'm very involved in kids music activism. And we'll stop at that. So I have a question for, let's type in the chat. I'm going to stop the share. Let's type in the chat. If you are a teacher, what age kids do you work with? Just so I can get a sense. So if you can type in the chat, how old are your students? And if you're a parent, if you can type in how old your children are. So we got 3 to 5 year olds. We got 9-year-olds, 7 to 8-year-olds. Okay. Okay. Pre-K, special ed, 5 to 6 year olds. Okay. So we got a good range here from 3 all the way to 9. And we got preschoolers. All right. Okay. Thank you. And if you have any questions, 9 to 11-year-olds, if you have any questions, feel free to type it into the chat. I am happy 2-year-old grandson, nice. And I'm happy to share my experience as a teacher and going to classrooms and schools and libraries all over the country. But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask any questions, or we can leave some time at the end as well. Oh, okay. Zikri, I'm sorry, please forgive me if I'm not saying your name right. I see that you're raising your hand. Do you have a question? Okay. Well, if you think of
No.
you, okay, you don't. Okay, I saw your hand up. That's right. That's okay. Okay, well, if you do have a question later on, you can hold on to that. So, all right. So let's go back to what we were doing. Everybody's doing such a good job. I guess I could do the full screen, but we're just gonna go ahead and do that. All right, I'm gonna do a song. A lot of this is aimed at general development, and I'm gonna do a song, and the song's for younger kids, but listen to the song because my video I share with you after this is I want you to like watch. I want you to know the song before we do the questions. Okay, so do you have pumpkins there? Calabar? Do you have pumpkins? And yeah, pumpkins in the Philippines? Yeah. Is there like do gourds like yes, calabasa. Okay, good. So we have pumpkins. Okay. Here in the US, we have a holiday called Halloween. I don't know if you celebrate that there, but it's very popular here. And people love fall, was autumn, because that's when we see orange pumpkins. So I'm going to do a song, everybody. And we're going to put our 3 fingers up. And if you're a little older for this, that's okay. I'm just teaching as far as like development, and I'll explain more. 3 little pumpkins sitting still. Where did they go? I don't know. And then 1 little pumpkin rolled down the hill. Goes like that. Okay. All right, here we go. You put your 3 fingers up, everybody. I see you. You're doing great. 3 little pumpkins sitting still. Oops, my guitar strap just fell off. Oops. Let me try that one more time. These things happen sometimes. I think this happened last time too. I got to remember. All right, here we go. 3 little pumpkins sitting still. Let's look for them. Where did they go? I don't know. 1 little pumpkin rolled down the hill. Roll down the hill, everybody. Whoa. How many do we have left? Say it out loud. 2. 2 little pumpkins sitting still. All right, 2 fingers. 2 little pumpkins sitting still. Where did they go? I don't know. 1 little pumpkin rolled down the hill. Whoa, roll down the hill. How many do we have left? Say it out loud. 1 little pumpkin sitting still. Hold 1 finger up. 1 little pumpkin sitting still. Where'd it go? Where did it go? I don't know. That little pumpkin rolled down the hill. Whoa. No little pumpkin sitting still. Okay, where do you think the pumpkins went? Type in the chat if you have a guess. Where do you think the pumpkins went? Do you think they went to the store? No. Starbucks? Do you have Starbucks there? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna tell you where they went. Where did the pumpkins roll down the hill? They're down at the pumpkin patch sitting still. That's where they are, everybody. Thank you so much. So I wanted to play that song for you because I wanted to show you a video, okay? Everybody, here we go. I'm going to show you this video because it's really, really, really a great video of my friend Leo. And Leo, how do I make that big? Oh, that's what I should be doing. Sorry. Okay, now we're going to watch this video of Leo, and he's listening to those songs. And in the chat, I want you to type in what skills. We can wait till the end too. But if you think about it while you're watching, what skills is he using? Okay, let me know if you have any problem hearing this. It's very soft. So he's listening to this song. He's rolling his arms. And he made this whole thing himself. Now he's holding his two fingers up. He's waiting patiently. Put his pumpkin down. Again. Sing again. So that's Leo, and yeah. So we watched the video, and even though it sounds like it's just a song, I'd love for my parents and for my teachers out there you can raise your hand and unmute, or you can type it in. What are some skills that Leo is using? You don't have to use education language. You can just, what are some really good skills okay. So someone has said counting skills. Yeah. Counting, subtracting. Yep. Anything else? Is it just math skills, or is there anything else at all? You can go ahead and unmute. Anyone have any guesses? Let's see. All right. So there's actually a lot of stuff going on during that video that seems really simple. First of all, he created that whole thing, so he was using his creativity. So that's one thing that was being used. Listening skills, he was listening to the music, and he was reacting and doing motions that was matching up to the lyrics of the song. Is there anything else any other skills at all that would be helpful? Leo has, a developmental disability, and so any sort of skills that is helpful for him to be successful is great. And so some other skills that we see in the video is that he is waiting, and for some kids to have self-control of their body, he knows he's waiting for the cue for him to do the next action. So that's another skill that's really important. Another skill is that he is social emotional. It's bringing him happiness, and it's
bring him joy. And then he like at the end, he showed his face being sad, like pretending that it was sad the song was over. He also requested to hear the song again, so asking for his needs. There's a lot of different skills that, even though it just seems really simple, there's a lot of things going on there. So does anyone have any questions? Okay. All right. So we're going to keep going. I hope I'm not losing everybody here. Oh, we're going to turn that off. Sorry. I needed to go to the next. Let's see. Okay. Now, this workshop is based. Oh, I think I see a question. We're still here. Okay, great. All right, great. I'm glad I'm not missing you. Music in the classroom is actually really helpful, and even at home. And I'm not just talking about playing instruments, or if you can play any of these instruments, and that's wonderful. But I'm talking about using music for education terms and for learning. And if you play an instrument, there's ways to use music, but if you just sing, or some people use recorded music. So that's one thing people do. But let me see, hold on. This is, sorry, I'm just, okay. So if you don't play an instrument, it's no sweat. Recorded music, there's lots of different ways to use recorded music. And now that there's so much technology in classrooms, and everybody has a smartphone, there's ways to use music in the classroom. I'm going to go into that, a little bit more of that. Oops, I don't know why I'm having trouble here. Oops. Okay, here we go. They've found that playing classical music to your child can improve their listening skills later on in life. And playing classical music to young children boosts their concentration and self-discipline, as well as their social skills. This is researched. Some of the benefits of music. Music makes us smarter. It improves reading scores in older grades. It builds vocabulary because it introduces new words and context clues. I'm not going to go too into all of this, but when you're singing to kids and using certain words, they're being exposed to new vocabulary, and they're seeing it within a sentence. And so they're figuring out what words mean while they're listening to lyrics. It's almost like they're listening to reading or poetry. So this is why exposing kids to age-appropriate songs and lyrics is it helps build their vocabulary. It also improves phonological awareness, how words and letters sound, which for the younger kids is really important, especially those that are 3 to 6, 3 to 7 or 8. It teaches them about the sounds of letters and the sounds of letters together. It improves their verbal memory. We'll go through some songs like that Bim Bam song. Oops, was one of them. Oops, sorry. I don't know what's going on here. And then it also builds listening skills. So those are just a few little things that music does to make us smarter. There's a lot that you can do with kids that are counting songs, math and counting songs, to teach them about counting patterns, whether it's counting by 1s or 2s or 5s or 10s. There's tons of music out there, and kids seem to really learn it much faster if they hear it in a song, as opposed to just teaching them on a piece of paper. So the first song I ever wrote it's a very simple song. When I was a special ed teacher, I worked with kids that were on the spectrum, meaning that they were on the autism spectrum. And I wrote a very simple song, and people still request this song to this day for me. And it's just really simple. It goes like this. There's a video of it too. It goes like this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. And then we say, that's counting by fives. Oh, that's counting by fives. Now, when I go to schools, kids beg to sing this song. I don't know why. They love to sing this song. Most kids learn how to count by fives when they're about 5 years old. But I have met kids that are 2, 3 years old singing this song and already know how to count by fives just by listening to the song. I have a video, Counting by Fives, Little Miss Ann, that you can find on YouTube. I'm going to show you an example of how my friend Leo is back, and he is using this song to do his homework. So.
10 times 5. Now I know it. 10 times 5. Yes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Done.
So you saw how that was, he used music and it was enjoyable. It wasn't him just sitting there memorizing numbers, 5, 10, you know, he was doing a song that he just effortlessly remembered, and it was able to help him. So it's something that is a really powerful tool for kids, especially kids like Leo who need different styles of learning and teaching, multimodal. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask. Oh, sorry.
10
Okay.
times 5.
All right. I'm gonna try to get. Okay. I'm not gonna play the whole song, but I'm just gonna show you. I have a video for it.
Good morning, 106. How are y'all doing today? Good. We're gonna do a song called Counting by Fives. Many of you might know how to count by fives, but some of you guys are still learning. If you know how to count by fives, join along, and we're gonna start right now. Here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Everyone, that's counting by five. Oh, that's counting by five. Wow, a lot of you guys know how to count.
I'm not gonna do the whole thing because you just heard that song, but it's a cute video that a lot of kids seem to really enjoy. Oh, did that again. Okay, let's do this. All right. If anyone has any questions. Oh, I think I see something. This will make telling time easier for kids too. Yes, definitely. Definitely. For sure. Thank you. All right, let's see. Okay. Another thing about music is really, really powerful tool for language development. So a lot of times the kids will hear a song like Old MacDonald, E-I-E-I-O. And when they're little, they'll do the movements or they'll say sounds that sound like it. And eventually it becomes language. So music is very, very powerful for language development at a very young age. They found that language and music come from a very similar part of the brain and work very similar. There's lots of similarities. One of the studies said that jamming with your toddler, 2-year-old or 1 or 2-year-old, how music trumps reading for childhood development. That means that they have found that actually music that's unstructured, that's not like learning how to do the violin. The team found that informal music making in the home from the ages of 2 and 3 can lead to better literacy, numeracy, social skills, and attention and emotion regulation by the age of 5. So they're finding that just as much as reading, music has very, very, very strong and powerful, is a very powerful tool for kids, especially early childhood, especially 5 and under. Some four interesting links between music and language is that both are forms of social bonding. There's a lot of social cues that we are learning when we do music together, even on Zoom. When we do our songs together, we're doing it together, and it's a very social thing. Even more so when you're in a classroom, that it involves a lot of social bonding and a lot of social cues, that we're reading other people's languages, body language. Musicians process music the same as language. It's the same area of the brain. People remember music in the same way as speech, and music keeps your brain fit. Do you ever notice how when you're like kind of like, dragging, and you put music on, and how it lifts your spirit? For a lot of people, when they're like doing something like cleaning or something that isn't as enjoyable, they'll turn on their favorite music, and it'll lift their spirits. It's very powerful. Music keeps your brain fit, yes, and music is a powerful tool for kids. So, okay, we learned this song the concert. I don't know if we have a lot of the same people, but the tuba song is a song that seems to be very enjoyable, and I want to share some of the power, why this song is powerful as well, or some of the benefits of this song. So here's a song called the tuba song, and I'm going to go ahead and show you this song. I have a backing track. So what we're going to do is if you want to show your camera, that would be great, but if not, I totally understand. Let's see here. I'm gonna get this going. Okay. All right, everybody, we did this the last time. There was a music concert in a far off land. One person played the tuba. Pat your head. Tuba, 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 and your belly. Tuba, 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 ba. Tuba, 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 ba. Here we go, everybody. Was a music concert in a far off land. One person played the drums. Here we go. Dum diddy dum diddy dum dum dum. Dum diddy dum diddy dum dum dum. Dum diddy dum diddy dum dum dum. Dum diddy dum dum da. Hey. Tuba 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 ba. Tuba 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 ba. Tuba 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 ba. Tuba. Here we go, everybody. Was the music concert in a far off land. One person played the flute. Toot 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 toot. Doing great. Drums. Dum diddy dum diddy dum dum dum. Dum diddy dum diddy dum dum dum. Dum diddy dum diddy dum dum dum. Dum diddy dum dum da. Hey. Tuba 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 ba. Tuba 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 ba. Tuba 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 ba. Two more, everybody. Let's see what kind of memory you have. Was music concert in a far off land. One person played the piano. Blink, 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 blink. Do you remember what was before that? Let's see if you remember. Who remembers? Toot, toot, good. You remember. Toot, toot, toot. That one was next. Toot, 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 toot. Drums. Dum diddy dum diddy dum dum dum. Dum diddy dum diddy dum dum dum. Dum diddy dum diddy dum dum dum. Dum diddy dum dum da. Hey. Tuba 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 ba. Tuba 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 ba. Tuba 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 ba. I don't know what's going on there. There was a music concert in a far off land. Last one. One person was the conductor. Let's see if you can remember. You ready? What goes next? Let's see. Let's see. Who remembers? Blink, 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 blink. What's that? Blink, 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 blink. Then what's next? Toot, 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 toot. Everybody play the drums. Dum diddy dum diddy dum dum dum. Dum diddy dum diddy dum dum dum. Dum diddy dum diddy dum dum dum. Dum diddy dum dum da. Hey. Tuba 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 ba. Tuba 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 ba. Tuba 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 ba. Yeah. You all have such good memories. Such good memories, everybody. That was fun. And you know what? We learned a lot of words. Some people might not have known some of those instruments. We moved our bodies And we crossed the midline, which means it's something for some kids under 6 is very hard to do because it means your right and your left side of the brain is working together, which is very awesome. You use your memory. Yeah. And you also learned about sounds and different sounds, and maybe even increase your vocabulary a bit. And those are a lot of things that happen during a simple song like that. Just a simple song like that. Let's see, what's that? So I would put that in the memory songs, because as kids play that song over and over, they seem to remember. Music encourages interaction in a non-threatening way, especially for shy kids or grown-ups. Very, very true. Kids of different ages would love that song. Yeah, I actually have used that for older kids, and they love that song, and they love to help teach the younger kids how to do it. So, and you can use this if you want to talk about an orchestra and different instruments in an orchestra, or how an orchestra works with everybody and different instruments and how it all comes together in one harmonious sound. There's lots of ways to use that song in a lesson, or it's just fun. So there is a video for that. I'm not going to share the whole thing, but I like to share some of it. I spend a lot of time and money making these videos, so please watch and please.
There was a music concert in a far up land. One person played the tuba. Tuba, 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 tuba. There was a music concert in a far up land. One person played the drums. Dum dee dum dee dum dum dum. Dum dee dum dee dum dum dum. Dum dee dum dee dum dum dum. Dum dee dum dum dum. Hey.
All right, I'm not going to make you listen to it all again, but thank you. I actually have another video that shares the movements too. So if you want to learn the movement, if you didn't remember the movements, I have another video on YouTube that shares the movements. So, all right, how we doing, everybody? Yeah, are you guys, anyone have any questions? Okay, good. This is a lot. I mean, I see a lot of kids, and I was aiming this as a grown up, but hopefully you're also enjoying it, kids. Yeah, I feel very passionate about music for kids and families. Oh, sorry. Okay, we're gonna do this. It's gonna work. Okay. Now this is something that it's a little different here in the US. A lot of times, the way that I was raised when I was, bless you, when I was so when my parents moved here a year before I was born, and I never learned how to speak Tagalog, and they would speak to me in English. And I learned a lot from watching TV shows like Sesame Street and other things. But what I've learned in graduate school is that it's actually good to also sing and talk in your native tongue. And it encourages richer description and vocabulary. A lot of times, if you don't speak to your child in a native tongue, you're just labeling things and it's not your first language. When you tell stories, you give them rich language and rich description. So something to really consider. That doesn't mean don't ever speak in English to your child or whatever, but when you're talking about things like about your history or your culture or singing, I really, really encourage for them to like talk about it, and so that show your pride for your culture, and not to uplift another culture, but to show the richness of the Filipino culture through language, through music, through art. And so that's something that I feel very strongly about. Okay. Now, music is like nothing else. Like, for some reason, music makes people happier. And is it just a fluke? Is it just like happening that we're just happy because of music? What's actually happening when we put music on? Here's a little girl, and her mom sent me this, and she said, driving over to my sister's, and Emma, this is a little girl, says she's bored. So I asked if she wants to listen to your CD, and we turn it on. She looks to me looks me in the face and says, I'm happy now. And like, is it just the music or is there something else going on? Let's find out. So before I tell you specifically what happens, I would love to find out. This is something that I teach to graduate students in education, and I teach librarians and teachers. And I always find out so many wonderful stories about early memories of music from your childhood. And I would love if anyone would like to share something they remember from their earliest memory. Oh, okay. Randall, you want to share? What was the first memory you have of music when you were little? You want to unmute, buddy? Oh, you want to think about that? Is there, or do you need help? All right. Is there somebody who would like to share or write in the chat? I always find out how people have such musical families when I ask this question, but it's so powerful. Everybody, it's so incredibly powerful that even if you don't share it with me now, in fact, I know that you're all thinking about it in your head. And so I know that one of my earliest memories was my Lala. See, you can tell I don't speak Tagalog because I say it like such an American here. She used to sing Amazing Grace in the kitchen while she was cooking yummy food. And so whenever I hear that song, it really affects me emotionally. I hear that song and it's very powerful. Does anyone else have any powerful memories of music they'd like to share? Okay. All right. That's okay. That's all right. Well, you can think about that on your own if you'd like. All right, let me tell you a little bit more about why music makes us very happy. So music comes from a certain part of your brain, and just like smell, just like taste, it's very powerful. And it releases dopamine, which has been called the pleasure chemical. A lot of people, if you like chocolate, who doesn't like chocolate? That releases the dopamine. And if some people get it when they're going running, and they releases for some people who enjoy that, or some people who enjoy gambling, which, I don't recommend that, but I know that people like to do that, but that releases the same thing because it's a pleasure um, chemical. And some of the benefits of dopamine used in a positive, healthy way is that it's motivating. It improves memory and learning. It helps us strive and focus. It gives us the ability to plan and much more. They have found that going to a gig to hearing music in a live music capacity, it could even be church, or it could be just sitting around with friends, singing. It could be even probably karaoke. But just 20 minutes can improve your feeling of well-being by 21%. So just only by just going to see music in person, you could be 20% happier, they have found. And I firmly believe that when you're happier, it also gives you self-confidence. And when you are in an environment where you feel confident, you're more open to learn. And I think that kids that feel confident will have, this are my opinions, but are more successful in school and are more successful in life. And so feeling confident in an environment, I think, can be the next thing after being happy. So those sometimes go hand in hand. You feel confident when you feel happy. Music has been found to enhance running. It improves health and lowers stress. It helps you sleep better. It decreases depression, and music reduces pain. So even just physically, there's so many benefits to music, even with your body, lowering stress, which is never good for anybody, reducing pain, decreasing depression. They found music therapy to be very powerful rather than using drugs to treat people. They found that some people have been respondent to listening to music. This is a nice quote. Somebody said, "My children and I saw you perform at the Garfield Ridge Library and bought a few of your CDs after this show. I had my husband put your song on my phone when my baby had to have surgery for craniosynostosis so that I would have her favorite songs to comfort her in the hospital. They were a lifesaver for overnights in the hospital. Thank you for your beautiful music." That was from a parent. But it just shows how music can really help comfort even little babies who don't even really know exactly what's going on at even a small young age of like 6 months, 7 months, 11 months, getting surgery. That music can be so beneficial for keeping that child from experiencing as much pain as that baby would be experiencing. Adapting songs to include everyone. This is really important, especially for the special. I just heard my daughter come in from college. She just got in. I hear her in the back, but adapting songs to include everyone. This is as I said, I'm special ed background, and it's really great when you can include everyone. And I'm gonna do a song real quick. It's called this is for the people that have like more early childhood kids. And it's called, and it's a name song to greet. You don't have to play guitar, you can just clap. You can be like, sail on a ship with Anne, sail on a ship with Anne, sail on a ship with Anne, early in the morning, all the way up we rise, or she rises, or we say we. All the way up we rise, all the way up we rise, early in the morning. So there's different things you can do with this simple song if you're in a circle or music time. If it's little babies, you can, when you call the baby's name, you can lift them up. Or if it's a preschooler, they can they can put their arms up, or they can put their hand up, or they can stand up. But it's really important. I did this song at a special ed school, a school for kids with special needs. And we adapted this song to include everybody. And so the kids, these were the kids that were there. And so little Jackson, at one point, somebody put, his hand up, whereas someone else uses a communication board. And when it was their turn, they pressed the button. So everybody, you can, make sure everyone is included and no one feels left out. You just have to, know your children, of course, and find ways to bring them in, even if it's the littlest thing, even if you come over and you raise their hand, so that you can acknowledge that they're there and that they're a part of the community and part of the classroom. So, you're not gonna believe this, but I've been doing shows again. I've been doing concerts for over 15 years. And it wasn't until I started singing the Ube song that I did the last concert that more Filipino Americans and Asian Americans would come to my concerts. So they started hearing the song on the radio, and more and more kids, because it's really important for people to feel that they can relate to the person that's singing to them. In America, it's a little different because we have a lot of different skin tones, and people look different here in lots of different ways. And but for a lot of kids, they hadn't seen, there's not a lot of Asian American kids musicians, so they hadn't seen a lot of representation. So a lot of kids are happy to be able to see and also hear and relate to the subject matter that is how they grew up. So it's really important to connect with your audience or connect with your kids on things. If you're teaching from a different type of population, for you to connect with them on the things that they might respond to. So let's see how we're doing here. Another thing about music, it helps us feel, very young age, it helps us feel nurtured. a feeling of being nurtured. We have songs like You Are My Sunshine, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. I don't know if you sing, those are American songs. And I'm sure there's amazing, beautiful songs in the Philippines, that nursery type songs that people hear ever since they're little. And those songs can be very nurturing, makes parents and babies connect with their child, and makes the child feel nurtured. And those are very powerful tools for kids to feel connected. So another thing about music is it gives them early exposure to emotions. Different songs have different feelings and emotions, and it's a very, very positive thing for kids to learn about and be more aware of their own social, emotional experiences. And with music, it's not just being happy. That's just one emotion. There's lots of different emotions that music can convey. And they found that music is very powerful in helping kids have their first exposure to different emotions. I'm not going to do that. Another thing that music can do is it can, in any home or any classroom, there's values that are important. And lots of times songs have messages, and you can help to affirm or to validate different values that are in your class, or to if your message is about community, or if your message is about hope or love. Those are all different values that people have in their classrooms. And so when you find music, you can affirm those values. There's a lot of messages in the world that are negative in music, and it's important as adults that we share music that don't glorify negative messages, that until they can choose their own music. But it's really important to find music that doesn't glorify violence or things like that. When they get to a certain age, they'll probably pick some of that music themselves. But we want to make sure that we have a base, that you've created a base, that once they are on their own, they can find, the music that is their own. But so there's a song we're going to do together here. It's a nice song, I think. I think I'll put on my backing track for this one. Everyone, we're doing such a good job. And I see some comments. While I'm finding this, I'm just going to read it real quick. Back when I was teaching preschools, kids remember the lessons more with music. What's cute is they won't stop singing the songs you just taught them until they said they just love music. Yes, they do. And grown-ups do too. We all love music. And it's so powerful. From my experience, I've discovered that although many children with autism may struggle to find the words to express how they feel, music can help them understand and experience emotions while giving them an outlet to express themselves. Thank you for creating music for kids. Thank you. Thank you for using music. Here's a song that's just about community and about love. So everybody, we're gonna clap our hands together. Let's put our hands together. Let's put our hands together. Clap, 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 clap for love. Clap, 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 clap for love. Everybody stop your feet like a dinosaur. Let's stomp our feet on the ground. Let's stomp our feet, come on. Let's make a sound and stomp on the ground. Yeah, stomp, 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 stomp for love. Stomp, 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 stomp for love. Everybody snap your fingers if you don't. Let's snap our fingers if you please. Let's snap our fingers if you please. Snap, 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 snap. Bola. You're doing great, everybody. Snap, 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 snap. Bola. Okay, everybody, you're gonna see my green screen. I'm gonna stretch my hands up high. Whoa. Everybody, stretch high, higher. Let's stretch our hands up in the sky. Whoa. Let's stretch our hands up in the sky. We're gonna jump, jump. Here we go. Almost, 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 almost. Here we go. I did it too soon. Here we go. Almost, almost. Here we go. And here we go. Jump, 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 jump. Bola. Woo. Jump, jump. You're so awesome. All of you. I love it. Bola. Well, we're not going to spin because I don't want anyone to fall. So, can we twist? Let's twist. We're twisting. Oh, so good, everybody. Move your body. Oh, you're so good, everybody. Woo! Get the workout. All right, everybody. Now we got to give ourselves a hug. Because it's important for you to love yourself, right? Right? Gotta love who you are. If you're with someone, you can hug somebody. If you're with someone, give them a big hug. But otherwise, just hug yourself. It's important to love how you were born, your culture, yourself, who you are. So don't forget that. Right? You're perfect just the way you are. Yes? All right. We're gonna let that song finish just because it sounds kind of cool. It's like a banjo ukulele. Yeah. And the drummer on that song is my husband, Patrick. Yeah. All right. Everyone's doing such a great job. I'm so proud of everyone. Well, we've been doing a lot of singing and movement. And one of the things that music does is creates body awareness. Like a lot of kids are learning how to be aware of their own body. So usually I just give you, even the song we just did, they're aware of their body. But there's songs where, Where's Thumpkin? These are American songs, and I'm not sure if you have them there, but I'm sure you have songs about, putting your hand in or whatever. These are great songs to promote self-awareness and body awareness. Another thing that music does is it shows that you can control your own body. There's a lot of songs with kids, when you use a parachute, where you go slow and then fast, or you stop, where you freeze. Those songs help kids know that they can control their own body, that they know when it's time to quiet their body, and they also know when it's time to move around. And a lot of kids especially kids with impulse control issues, like this is very good for them to practice moving their body slowly or moving that fast, and that they are in control, in charge of their own body, and they're able to control it. So they know how to slow it down, and they know how to make it go fast. So, all right, we are getting close here, everybody. So we're coming to the end, and music in your day. There's lots of ways you can use music. A lot of people in schools, they use songs for, instead of always saying, go wash your hands, it'll be like, this is the way we wash our hands, wash your hand, wash your hand. Or if it's time to line up, they'll be like, or if it's time to go sit on the rug, instead of saying the same thing over and over, go sit down, go sit down. A lot of teachers and parents, you can use sound and songs to, I do that when I teach actually ukulele classes, and I don't want to keep saying, put down your ukulele, put down your ukulele. So else I usually say, if you hear this sound, then it's time to put down your ukulele. I don't say anything. I just sit there and go like this, and eventually everyone puts down their ukulele. So it's a very positive tool. You can use recorded music or songs that you just sing for transitioning throughout the day. All right. So this is just artwork just saying, instead of repeating, then then you get angry. It's good to use other things besides just your voice to communicate with kids. Transitioning throughout your day, a lot of times that's teachers and parents have the hardest time with moving from one activity to the next. And when you line up to go home, you can do something like blow a train whistle, go all aboard, and or another something you can do is, like, if you have recorded music, you can have a song and have the kids, when they hear that song, they know it's time to line up to get their backpacks and go home. Play a song that's like, there's a song in the US like, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more. Or like, na, 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 hey, 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 goodbye. These are songs that are known here in America, but you can find something that has the word goodbye and press your phone and your Apple Music and play that and let the kids know that when they hear that, it's time to put their coats on or whatever, get their backpacks and line up to go home. Or parents, you can do, when you hear this song, or when it's time to put your shoes on and get ready to go to school. Teachers, I hope you're using books that involve singing. There's so many out there. I can you can email me and I can tell you some of those some books, but it's really powerful as well to do some songs that involve singing. Songs like going on a bear hunt, or there's tons and tons. Down by the Bay, Pete the Cat. There's some other ones. This is a nice one I like. It's called Here We Go Around the Mulberry Bush, illustrated by Sophie Fallis. And I'm not going to do this. This is not something. Okay, so we're already, believe it or not, we are at the end of our. Everybody, thank you so much. I do have some information. You can find me on all these things here. You can follow me on Spotify. There's my email address, but I want to make sure that I answer any questions at all anyone might have. And does anybody here have a question? Nope. Well, I saw some really nice comments in the chat, and I saw a lot of participation, and I want to thank you all so much. Again, my email address or my website, if you have any questions or if you need suggestions for your classroom, I'm happy to help you out. If you're a teacher, there's a website I'm involved, Children's Music Network. You can join it, and it has like a library of songs. And there's so much out there right now. But please feel free. I'm going to put my email address in there again. Please feel free to, reach out. There was a question about censored music for kids. It depends. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know the politics behind that in context to the Philippines. So I'm hesitant to answer that question. I personally would, if somebody said your thoughts about censored music for kids, would you suggest? If there are songs that have been put on a certain list, and for example, in the US, there used to be a song that people used to sing. It's called Five Little Monkeys Jumping on a Bed. And then they found out that the song actually has a lot of racist history. And so we stopped using that song. So if it's something like that, I definitely would not use a song that triggers people to feel pain from history that certain people have had. So if it's because of that, but it depends on the context. That's a very good question, Noah. Anyone else have a question? I hope I answered that to a certain point. I'd love to learn your songs for my multi-grade Sunday schools kids. Thanks, Anne. This was fun. I'm so happy you enjoyed that, Cheryl, and feel free to reach out. And it's all my music's on Spotify. And if you need any tips or tools, or I also I know a lot of other musicians too that would be good for your classroom. So, and you know, I don't know again if there's a lot of kids musicians in the Philippines, but I'm sure you can find adult appropriate music that if there's a subject that you might be studying, that maybe you can use that's appropriate for kids that maybe is written for adults. The song that I tried to record, and I promise I'm going to record it, is that Tong 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 Tong. I love that song, and I'm just not very good at speaking Tagalog, but I would love to record that song. And I think one thing is that I hope that music, the music gets spread throughout the the world. That that is such a good song, and I think I would like to. Maybe I should connect with Val. Maybe he'll do like a modern version of that song with me, because I think we need to put that. Yep, pakitong kitong. See, someone's got to help me with my how I pronounce it so I can actually do that song. But that's a great song, and I hope that song becomes known to the world. And I think we need to spread more Filipino music throughout the world and show your pride and show that we have a culture that is just amazing and beautiful and doesn't need to change. It needs to just get better, right? So yeah, tong 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 kwaki tong ki tong alimangko sa dagat. I love that song. I gotta learn that song. Okay, do we have any other questions, anybody? Or otherwise, thank you so much, Love Ed. Give yourself a big round of applause. Can we do some sing along with you? Sing along. Let's see. Does it work with to sing together? Does it work on here? It does? Okay, because sometimes oh, it's Little Miss Anne. Let's see, like a dance party like we did last time. Should we? Okay, let's do the same song. Okay, we're gonna end on this same song, called parts are bigger than the whole, parts are greater than the whole. This is what we do. Okay, everybody. This is our last song. Are you ready? We're gonna do, when you hear oh oh oh, sometimes parts are greater than the whole. Oh oh oh. Sometimes parts are bigger than the whole. Oh, oh, oh. Just like your heart is bigger than you. Just like your heart is bigger than you. So in math, parts are never bigger than the whole. But sometimes the best part of you, whether it's your kindness or your motivation or your spirit, sometimes that part is bigger than you. And that's why I wrote this song. So don't get confused in math when they say fractions are bigger. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get started. Let me start that over. Everybody's happy to see you there. Everybody, 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 everywhere. Is it because of your heart? Is it because of your brain? Is it because of your smile? Is it because you're oh, 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 and the sun is big, and so the shine. Even bigger than the sunshine. Yeah, even bigger than the sunshine. Oh, oh, oh. Sometimes parts are greater than the whole. Oh, oh, oh. Sometimes parts are bigger than the whole. Oh, oh, oh. Just like your heart is bigger than you. Just like your heart is bigger than you. Is it because your might? Is it because your mind? Is it because you're fight? Is it because you're oh, 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 and you got life and you got style? You got a little, you got a whole lot, a whole lot, a whole lot, a whole lot of oh, oh, oh. Sometimes parts are greater than the whole. Oh, oh, oh. Sometimes parts are bigger than the whole. Oh, oh, oh. Just like your heart is bigger than you. Just like your heart is bigger than you. Here come the lasers. Everybody's happy to see you here. Everybody's happy to see you there. Everybody, 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 everywhere. Play your flute. Ooh, nice. Good job, everybody. You got it. Here we go. Get ready. Oh, oh, oh. Sometimes parts are greater than the whole. Oh, oh, oh. Sometimes parts are bigger than the whole. Oh, oh, oh. Just like your heart is bigger than you. Just like your heart is bigger than you. 2 more times. Oh, oh, oh. Sometimes parts are greater than the whole. Oh, oh, oh. Sometimes parts are bigger than the whole. Oh, oh, oh. Just like your heart is bigger than you. Just like your heart is bigger than you. Last time, everybody. Oh, oh, oh. Sometimes parts are greater than the whole. Oh, oh, oh. Sometimes parts are bigger than the whole. Oh, oh, oh. Just like your heart is bigger than you. Just like your heart is bigger than you. Let's end with a heart. Just like your heart is bigger than you. Bring it up to the screen, everybody. We got our heart. Let's take, everybody put your heart to the screen so somebody can take a picture of that screenshot. Oh, put your heart. You got it. Look at how much heart we have here. So much heart and soul. Give yourself a big round of applause. Good job, everybody. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Miss Anne.
Earth.
Alrighty, there we go. Awesome. Thank you, Miss Anne, for introducing to us your song. So, as you were talking, I've already subscribed to your platform, Spotify, YouTube. Yay! Awesome. So, as teachers and parents, we now have new playlists to play to our kids, right? Yes. Alrighty. So, that was the second of our 4 sessions of Boredom Busters Bibliotherapy. Show some love to the amazing speaker who joined us today. If you can, send them compliments in the chat box as well. Go ahead. So, allow us to thank our speaker as well. So thank you so much for giving us your time and expertise, even at a high time difference. So I believe it's evening there right now, Miss Anne. What time is it there?
It is 8:30 p.m. at night.
I see.
It's
All
very
right.
dark here right now. It's pitch dark.
Yeah. So thank you so much for your time. Okay, so I also invite everyone to please turn on their camera for a very short while so we can remember this event with a group photo. Okay, so go ahead. Don't be shy, guys. Let's have a group photo first. Uh,
5, and I'll give 5 more seconds for our friends to open their cameras. Then I'm gonna take a screenshot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Give us your biggest smiles. Okay. Everybody say cheese. Let's have another one. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3. And there you go. Thank you, everyone. Back to you, Kenna.
All right. So again, this event is just the start of the awesome celebration that is love education for this year. 10 good years of cheerful giving, 10 good years of connecting with each other. Thank you for joining us, and we hope that to see you again next week. All right. Now before that, participants, you may also share your feedback and insights of the lessons learned or comments on our event for today through the feedback form. So we invited few of the participants today to share. Maybe call on Miss Grace Palma first. Right, so
Hello.
calling on Miss Grace. Ah, yeah, there.
Can you hear me po?
Yes, it's good.
Okay. So, first of all, I enjoyed this workshop. As you can see, when I open my camera, I'm really into participating, especially with the action songs, because I am a future early childhood educator, and this workshop really helps me to know more about how I can integrate music in teaching kids, especially when measuring their development in some areas as well as their learning. And the songs of Little Miss Anne really helped me to know more about how music can be integrated in teaching community, attitudes, and behavior. All in all, this workshop is so good, and I would love to attend more of it soon. Thank you so much, love, and
All right, thank you, Miss Grace. All right, let's call on the next one, Miss Mao. Maybe you have something to share. Feedback.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Kana. Thank you, Miss Anne, for sharing as a part of you. And thank you for sharing us your craft in music in an environment that focuses more on the academic side of academic achievements of kids or children. Of they the children are already focused more on achieving more and more and more on this side, but they tend to forget how to have fun. So music is really a great way to make more learning more fun. And of course, this also workshop helped me to really, as a teacher, promote music through classroom management and of course integrate it in different lessons. And just I I thank you, Miss Anne, for giving us your time, effort, and for just sharing us how much you love music and how much you have spent um your like everything. You spent your time, effort, and your dedication in just committing in inspiring other children, and not just the children, even parents and teachers as well. Thank you so much, Miss Anne,
Thank
for the
you.
love.
Thank you so much, Mao. And thank you so much, Christine, for those kind words. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, so we have one more, probably from one of the kids who would like to share. We have lots of kids here who likes to share. We have uh I saw a little girl a while ago who keeps dancing. Lucy. Lucy, would you like to share your thoughts on today's workshop and concert?
Music. Go. Thank you, Miss Anne. Thank you, Miss Anne, for sharing the songs.
Yeah, you do.
So,
You're
Okay.
welcome, Lucy.
Anne.
You're welcome.
Alright.
Oh
There we go. Thanks, Lucy. It's okay. All right. So I guess that's a wrap. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your feedback. And as we said a while ago, you can put your feedback in the form that's been sent in the chat box. Okay. So thank you so much, little Miss Anne, and to our beloved participants for being with us this morning in our second workshop, I believe, for the series Boredom Busters. Help me thank them in the chat box. Okay, ayun po. So again, I'm Kana, your host for this morning. See you for our last The Boredom Buster series next
Cities,
Saturday.
towns,
beloveds.
Different
Goodbye.
People all over the world, they love rice, and so do I. Morning, day, or night, it's always right. Morning, day, or night, I like rice. Morning, day, or night, it's always right. Morning, day, or night, I like rice. My friend Fred, he likes his bread. My friend Sia, she likes tortillas. Then there's Lau, who likes her bow. And what about Shasta, who likes her